Look, we are seeing Nigeria, our beloved Nigeria, fall. The giant of Africa is falling right in front of us. And it looks like we are taking the whole thing like, oh, something is happening in Nigeria. There is kidnapping in Nigeria. And we are just looking at it. Nigeria is falling right in front of us. If something is not done, I don't know what to say. Because for the reports coming out, it looks like Nigeria is gone already. I don't know what is wrong with the politicians to put effort to end this endless mass abduction of people, kidnapping and buying of people in Nigeria. Reports coming out are not encouraging at all. The reports are scary. Lovely family, I watched a report from a credible source. So when I watched the report came out, I read the report, I watched the news feed, everything. I'm like, this should be false. This cannot be true coming from Nigeria. So I waited for some time so that maybe if it is truly a lie, the government will come out and debunk that. If it is a lie, the military will come out and label it as false. If it is false, authorities should come out and say, no, this report, no way, it is not true. None of them came out. And I was even expecting that the people in the community will come out and say, oh, no, there was a mistake somewhere in their reportage. But no, it is proven to be true. In the article, the report says that a large-scale abduction which happened at St. Mary's Private School in the Paridi, in Niger State. This mass abduction was carried out using both vehicles and a helicopter. No, like how? How? Nigeria, a sovereign nation, isn't it a sad thing that now a sovereign nation like Nigeria, the stateless people who go about burning communities and they are supposed to have little, strength compared to what the real Nigerian army is having, they are now moving with helicopter picking people. No, like, it is not funny. This is not funny. Who control the air? It doesn't mean that nobody check anything in Nigeria. The people came, according to the report, teachers and the school principals were attacked. And the people use helicopter during the raid. They kidnap, students. The same report says that abducted victims include hundreds of students and 12 teachers. I read the story. The story says no security forces intervened during the raid or during the kidnapping. The people came and they were able to operate using helicopter, sounding ba 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 ba, and they packed the people, their vehicle come and they did what they have to do without the intervention of the military. This one is out of order. No. Because then how far is the military, the security away from the people of Nigeria? That is a question. It means they are so far away from the people. You need to deploy securities across every length. Since we are now encountering this thing, it looks like every week these stories are coming out. But to get to the point where helicopters, these people own helicopters, and they are using the helicopter to capture civilians right now. I'm telling you that Nigeria is gone. I'm telling you that Nigeria is standing somewhere that, it's not. At first, we said that it's holding, a stick, walking, and leaping. But right now, the stick is gone. Nigeria is crawling. The stateless organization, bandits in the bush, now have helicopters. It means, I'm telling you that these people, daily, their hands are becoming strong and they are becoming powerful in Nigeria. They are building an army in the bush, and this army is coming. If we don't take time, this army is going to consume the entire Nigeria. The news also coming right now that as of 2nd December 2025, Tinubu nominated the former Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, as the new Minister of Defense. The previous Minister, Mohammed Badara, he has resigned on the ground that his health is not okay and all that. The resignation came on 1st December. So on 2nd December thereabout, this new man came on board as the Minister of Defense. And according to Tinubu, he has so much confidence in him. And this defense minister, he spoke a couple of times. He had an interview with Al Jazeera. I play a couple of his videos here. This man sounds like someone who understood the security situation of Nigeria into detail, to the level of knowing what role the NGOs are playing. He was the one who exposed the NGOs in Nigeria, telling us that the NGOs are funding these guys in the bush. He said it. I'm not the one who said it. He was the one who made this claim. So he understood the situation going on, and I have trust in him also. I believe that he being on board, at least he will have a way of handling it. Anytime he speak, he echo what Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they always echo whenever they are talking about terrorism and security of the Sahel. This former chief of defense, who is now the defense minister, also echo the same thing that the Sahel leaders have been echoing. So I'm seeing hope with this man. But guess what? The condition of the soldiers, it looks like the politicians of Nigeria are not even releasing fund enough. They are not funding the soldiers enough. What we discover through research and things that are happening, report from the soldiers, you can clearly see that the stateless people have much more sophisticated weapons and much more bullets. They are ready when they engage the soldiers on the battlefield. The soldiers are mostly out of bullets and call for reinforcement than them. Yes. Even the condition of the soldiers in the bush is not good. Report from, I think it was a CNN, BBC, one of them. It was report and they show videos. The soldiers have to send reports from the bush to these media houses, reporting what they are facing out there. According to them, their munitions, their weapons and things that they have. Whenever they engage these guys, they are always out before the guys. These guys came prepared. I want to understand, how can Nigeria, a sovereign state, become weaker against bandits in bush? It doesn't make any sense. When you look at how Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they are handling this issue of insecurity compared to what Nigeria is doing, you realize that the politicians, the Nigerian politicians, they don't want to fund the security of the state. I'm speaking in respect to the report of the soldiers, the things they face on the battlefield. Just a few days ago, Burkina Faso, the leadership, has gone to buy air combat machines. They deliver it to the Minister of Defense that, oh yeah, use them. We bought it for you. Use it. Because the leadership realized that, look, we don't want to be engaging the soldiers on the ground, endangering their life. No. We can use air combat to defeat these people. So they are investing in that. Drones, carrying weapons. The drones will map them. When you see them in the bush roaming around, they will drop biscuit on them. Pa, 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 pa. Everybody go collect woto. Burkina Faso soldiers are no longer engaging these people on the ground, going about. No. They are engaging them from the top. Now, Nigeria is supposed to go that way. Here we are, the people, they have started using air machines to capture civilians away. Where are we going right now? Now, the Minister of Defense, the one who is now the Minister of Defense, said something on Al Jazeera that one of the biggest problems is that when they want to buy weapons from some communities that Nigeria is dealing with right now, I'll not mention them. Those foreigners, they don't want to supply them those weapons. They don't want to sell those weapons to them, even if they have the money. Yes. The same thing Captain Ibrahim Traore said. They will tell you a whole lot of story around it. Now, when you go to the bush and you meet these stateless people, these bandits, the weapons they are carrying is way, way advanced than the one that the soldiers are carrying. What does that mean? The people in the bush are being strengthened against those who are under the government. So I'm telling you that there's an army, progressive army, invisible army, who always come to active when they are coming to take the civilians away, and then they go back to the bush. That army is becoming stronger than the army who is the Nigerian army. The politicians have a lot of money. They prefer harboring the money, I don't know what they want in life. There is money in Nigeria. The Nigeria government can acquire sophisticated air machines, air combat machines to deal with these people. They know where they are too. That is the problem. You know where the people are. Shegumi led you together with the politicians. You went there and saw where the people are. You came back. The soldiers are aware of where they are. Map their camp and drop biscuit on them. What is the use of the Air Force when they are being paid and we are having this issue in Nigeria? How did the helicopter end up with the stateless people? Who supervise ammunition, who control ammunition in Nigeria? How can people in bush in the forest have access to helicopters? And the helicopter, you see, when they say somebody have access to helicopter, it tells you that these people, you cannot park helicopter down and it will just be like that. They move around with it. So if the helicopters are making noise and moving around, the Nigerian army, are they not aware of the fact that there's a helicopter moving around, which is not their helicopter? I mean, there is a mess up somewhere. The army is being compromised. The government, they are not in the bush. Tinubu is not in the bush. The governors are not in the bush. The politicians are not in the bush. The soldiers are in the bush. The army, when the army is being compromised, they will close eyes on those things. Because it doesn't make sense. Even that thing cannot happen in Ghana. That we see people in bush, in our forest, there will be helicopter roaming and we will not know whose helicopter it is. We can't tell if it is for our army, it is for our Air Force. No. Nigeria is going down if these people, you don't take serious action to redeem Nigeria. So for the fact that the soldiers in Nigeria were able to write and report to these media houses bypassing the government, it tells you that they have complained to the government. They are tired, so they took it. They cannot use their mouth and their camera to do that, so they did it privately and then secretly to the media houses, and they blow it out. The government is not taking care of them. Their condition in the bush is bad. They don't have bullets. Now, when they are out of bullets, that is where you see the soldiers running away from the terrorists. They said it themselves. That when you hear story about Nigerian army running away from the bandit, it is because they are out of bullets. They can't do anything. The time that they are out of bullets, that's the time that these people, they are loaded, coming to face them. What do you want them to do? Now, me there, I go run. We are fighting for the nation, but my life is also important. I go run, speed and go, forget. Usain Bolt, I'm gone. I go not go look back. So Nigeria government, you need to take this whole thing serious, much more serious than they're taking it right now. It is becoming too much. Every week there is kidnapping. Every day there is kidnapping from one state to another, from one community to another community. Now, when people are hearing those things, investors in Nigeria right now, I'm telling you, the investors in Nigeria, they will be afraid. Very soon you see investors withdrawing, then it will be the collapse of Nigeria economy.